இஸ்ரேல் ஹமாஸ் இடையிலான போர் தீவிரமடைந்து வரும் நிலையில் தற்போதைய போர் சூழல் குறித்தும் இஸ்ரேலின் அடுத்த கட்ட நகர்வுகள் குறித்தும் உலக நாடுகளின் நிலைப்பாடு குறித்தும் பல கருத்துக்களை நம்மிடையே பகிர்ந்திருக்கிறார் தென்னிந்தியாவுக்கான இஸ்ரேலிய தூதர் டேனி பென்-ஹைம். அவருடன் நமது செய்தியாளர் திலகவதி நடத்திய கலந்துரையாடலை பார்க்கலாம்.
தென்னிந்தியாவுக்கான இஸ்ரேலிய தூதர் நம்மோடு இணைந்திருக்கிறார்கள். பல்வேறு விஷயங்கள் குறித்து அவர்கள்கிட்ட கேட்டறியலாம். We have Israel Consul General Ms. Tammy Ben-Haim with us today. Thank you for joining us, Tammy. So first things first, what is the current situation of a war zone that you would describe?
Well, we're in an ongoing war. It's day 13 now of since the horrific terror attack of Saturday, October 1st. That over 1,000 terrorists from the Hamas organization came from Gaza into Israel, going on a barbaric killing rampage. They killed over 1,400 people. They've injured over 3,800 people. And they kidnapped over 200 babies, children, young women, the elderly, the invalids, unarmed civilians. They kidnapped them and abducted them back into Gaza. And in addition to all this, and still going on right now, they are firing rockets and mortars at us, at Israel, at cities, at towns. Over 7,200 rockets, at this time of our conversation. Israel has declared war against the Hamas terror organizations, specifically against the terror organization. And we've been targeting infrastructure of Hamas, weapon storage of Hamas, rocket launching sites, command and control centers, commanders of the Hamas terror organization that are hiding in Gaza Strip and in Gaza City.
There's a recent attack on this Al-Arab hospital where more than 400, 500 casualties were reported. So Hamas claims that it is the Israeli army's attack, but Israel claims that it is the Hamas's rocket launcher that has failed and fell on the hospital. So there are two versions that we are seeing. Is there any clarity on that? The Israel said that there are some supportive documents to prove that it is actually the Hamas's attack. So what are the supportive documents? What are the proofs that the Israeli government has got to prove?
Look, there are two versions. There's the version of the truth, and there's the version of a barbaric, brutalizing terror organization. So let's just be clear about the facts. There's air photos, there are recordings. These days, we have a lot. There's also phone conversations between Hamas terrorists. Everything is online and everything is readily available. And what happened is that the Palestinian Islamic Jihad, which is yet another terror organization that has embedded itself within the population of Gaza and one of its goals, exactly like Hamas's goal, is to destroy Israel. And it's funded and assisted and given weapons by the Iranian regime. They decided, or they've tried to launch a rocket, and they've done many of those. They decided to launch a rocket from near a hospital in Gaza into an Israeli town with the aim of killing civilians in Israel. So far in this war of 13 days of war, of the over 7,200 rockets that terrorists have shot from Gaza into Israel, 450 of them failed. What does it mean when a rocket fails? It doesn't land in its target. This time the target was an Israeli town. So it didn't land in the Israeli town, trying to kill Israeli people. It landed because they shot it from near a hospital. It landed in a hospital parking lot and caused this horrendous, horrible, heartbreaking tragedy. Now, why, you're saying in a parking lot, why did it cause so much damage? Because it was so close to the rocket's launch. The rocket was full of fuel. And what happened was that the fuel from the rocket with the probably, and this, from the gasoline in the cars in the parking lot caused a fire, which very sadly caused the death of these people. So it's very clear. So Hamas can claim what it wants to claim. Hamas is also the same organization that's not giving water to the people of Gaza. It's the same organization that when the Israel Defense Forces are asking the people of Gaza to please move to the south so they won't be hurt, it's the same organization that's blocking them and telling them, no, you should die as martyrs. So the fact that everybody is so easy to take the word of a terror organization and listen to what they're doing and are still having issues perhaps with the facts that are presented in front of them, it's sad. And it's just another, sad reality of this war. President Biden, other world leaders, also Prime Minister Modi came out yesterday, with clear messages about, about this, we'll call it a mistake, but it's horrible, an attempt to kill Israeli civilians by a terrorist organization caused the death of hundreds of Palestinian civilians, of Gaza. And it's a tragedy.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to ask, end of the day, innocent people, women, children, and civilians are getting affected too. In opposition of Hamas, Israel wants to attack Hamas and put them down. But end of the day, the civilians and innocent people are the ones who are getting killed. Don't Israel government try for a ceasefire? Is there any idea of ceasefire?
We'll see what happens with the ceasefire, but the Hamas terror organization is holding over 200 babies. As we are talking now, the two of us, they're raping and brutalizing women. Okay, we don't know what they're doing to the elderly. We don't know how, they're treating over 200 kidnapped people and children and women that they took. So these are civilians too. These are humans as well. So your questions about civilian lives, absolutely, you're right. Ask Hamas. Ask the Palestinian Islamic Jihad. Ask the Iranian regime.
Yeah. Thank you, Tammy, for your time.
Thank you very much. Thank you for this.